What's going on, everyone? It's Marsellis back with another video, and we gotta go over Sanshu Inu because there is a lot of different things to go over with Sanshu Inu today. There has been a malicious attack on the Sanshu army, and we just gotta go over this because a lot of the people in the Sanshu Inu community are really scared about what is to come next. But let's look at this price here. So honestly, Sanshu Inu has been seeing a lot of red days, just like every other crypto. Everything has been going down, not just Sanshu Inu, essentially everything. But one thing I want to talk about is how everything has been, in the green lately, and Sanshu Inu right now is kind of in the red. When I talk about things, I want to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. I want to talk about it all. So I don't want to just only talk about the good stuff that are happening in all these cryptos, because obviously you can see for yourself everything is up today, but Sanshu Inu itself is down today, and there's a lot of different reasons because they have just been attacked. But even then, they still been going down a lot recently. But let's talk about this attack, because this attack is going to affect everyone inside the Sanshu Inu community. So let's go over that attack right here. So like I said, all these different cryptos are up today, but Sanshu is down. But Sanshu is down right now because of this attack, a malicious attack. This is the Shiba Inu chart. I'm going to talk about Shiba Inu on a different video. I'm not going to go over this because there's a lot to go over with Sanshu. But as you can see with Shiba Inu, we broke out of our consolidation, and it was short-lived. Like I said, we weren't going to just shoot all the way up to the moon, because everything has so much FUD around it right now. It's impossible for us to just shoot to the moon, but we did break out of that consolidation. So good news there. But let's go over Sanshu Inu. So Sanshu Inu at 42,000 people holding it right now. That does not matter right now. What really matters right now is what just now happened. So let's go over what is happening right now in Sanshu Inu today. So Sanshu Inu came out to say on their Twitter, their official Twitter page, they said, "Hello, Sanshu Army. Yesterday evening around 8 p.m., UTC Dog Park has been attacked by what we believe has been a Reentrancy Attack." I'm going to explain what a Reentrancy Attack is. So the development team and the Solidity Finance have started an investigation. So here's what this means for the Dog Park. And if you don't know about Solidity Finance, they're another auditing firm. We can call them auditing firm, auditing company, or whatever you want to call them. It's a whole group of auditors, and they do these security audits for cryptos. And I really like this auditing thing because it's not ran by the government, it's ran by people. So we're literally auditing our own banks. So it's just like how banks need to be secure. Like now our cryptos need to be secure. So they're auditing our banks. So the banks are ran by the people. And that's why I really love crypto. But yeah, let's move on from Solidity Finance and talk about what's really going on in Sanshu. So what does this mean for Sanshu Inu and for the Dog Park? So for one, there's no more farming and staking. So yeah, farming and staking has ended for the Dog Park. I don't know if it's temporarily or if it's permanently. But anyways, there's no farming and no staking, or staking, not stanking. But yeah, there's no farming and no staking temporarily or indefinitely. I'm not sure. They didn't explain that. So the next thing is no pending rewards are left to harvest. So yeah. And the distribution of F.U.D has ended. Pretty much everything good about the Dog Park is coming to an end because of this malicious attack that just now happened. So these hackers really need to stop this right now. Look, 100 million supplies now in circulation. They say development team is now looking into steps for F.U.D rebase. So due to this attack, we might change a few things, but will be going forward as planned. So we appreciate the trust the community has in the team, and we will do everything in our power to restore things back to normal. So yeah, it's not going to be ended indefinitely. We're still going to be able to farm and stake, but at the moment we can't do it because the audit has to go through. They have to really do this. They have to secure Sanshu Inu right now, and that's really what they're focused on. But let's talk about what this means for the whole Sanshu Inu community, because this is FUD right here. This is fear, uncertainty, and doubt at its finest. And I'm not throwing shade on Sanshu Inu or any of that, but this is straight FUD right here. Like, this is fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and it's not unprecedented. Like, it's something that you should really be, not that you should really be scared about, because they're really getting it audited right now and they're taking care of the problem as we speak, but it has a lot of people worried. So look over here. A lot of people are really sad about this. So people are saying you're going to lose 95% of the price. People are saying my $100 became $10. So effing sad. People just make me fool, blah, blah, blah. It's not our problem. Give us our F.U.D, what you drain. The whole Sanshu Inu army is really peed right now. So they say if they attack Sanshu, it's because they are scared of its success. I will stay till the end or moon. And I agree with this. Why would they attack something that's failing? Why would they attack something where they couldn't get any money out of? There is lots of money flowing through Sanshu Inu because Sanshu Inu is doing very well, or at least was doing very well before this happened. But that doesn't mean in the near future that we're not going to be doing well in the Sanshu Inu army. So anyways, look at what other people are saying. This person says, I was looking at the infund contract this morning and people were still buying and withdrawing infund. So what gives? You know, maybe they weren't stopped for some reason, but I don't know what's going on with that. Some people are saying still holding, which is very good, and people are saying scam project, huge loss, 96% of their profits, or not even profits, their actual initial investment, and just a lot of stuff is going on. Like, so many people are just so scared. All this FUD, my coins are fine. So that's what someone else said. Now, just think, if you wait a year, if you wait 2 years, this may not even matter, because really long-term investments is what really wins inside these kind of markets. But hopefully Sanshu Inu does not, completely die out. People are saying rug pull and all this other stuff. But anyway, let's talk about the actual attack, because that's what really matters. All the FUD doesn't matter. People are really scared right now, so they're going to say whatever they're going to say. They're just going to talk and talk. It's all talk. But let's talk about the actual attack. So this attack that they're saying is a reentrancy attack. So first, let's explain what a reentrancy attack is. So this is the reentrancy attack, and they kind of have a whole chart here about how it works. So you can look at this chart. I'll leave it here for a second, and then you can pause the video if you want to look at it. So now you could pause it and do whatever you want. And now we're going to go down and read the actual stuff with it. So it says computer scientists say that a procedure is reentrant if its execution can be interrupted in the middle, initiated over re-entered, and both runs can complete without any errors in execution. In the context of Ethereum smart contracts, reentrancy can lead to serious vulnerabilities. So the main point that you need to take out of that is that a procedure is reentrant if its execution can be interrupted in the middle. So let's say I send you something, if somehow someone can come in right through in the middle of that and then reentrancy, that's what it means, intercept it. So let's go on to the next thing. So the most famous example of this Dowel attack, and if you don't know what a Dowel is, it is a decentralized autonomous organization. So this Dowel attack, where $70 million worth of ether was siphoned off. More recently, Ethereum's Constantinople, or whatever you want to call it, hard fork, was delayed because a reentrancy vulnerability was found at the last minute. So what exactly is a reentrancy vulnerability? How does it work, and how can it be prevented? So first things first is the mechanism of it. So an example of a reentrancy process in this example right here is a very simple, very basic. So don't point your fingers and be like, he's just talking nonsense. This is very simple, very basic. But the more complex stuff is going to come after that. So be sure to put your thinking caps on. So be open-minded about this. So anyways, an example of a reentrant process can be sending an email. So yes, that's very simple. A user can start typing an email using their favorite client, save a draft, send another email, and finish the message later. This is a harmless example. But however, imagine a poorly constructed online banking system for issuing wire transactions where the account balance is checked only at the initialization step. And that's the reason why they're getting this audited, because they had a flaw in there. Somewhere in the dog park, they had a flaw, and it was because of poor auditing in the first place. Because I'm not going to say it was because poor programming and poor developing, because everyone makes mistakes, but it's the auditing that matters to make sure that it's completely secure before you put it out to the people. But they could have had it audited, and then it was just something kind of, anyone could have came in. Like, an expert hacker can still get past the best security. Like, if they're an expert at hacking, they can still get past it somehow. But anyways, let's keep going. So however, imagine a poorly constructed online banking system for issues wire transfers where the account balance is checked only at the initialization step. So a user can initiate several transfers without actually submitting any of them. So the banking system would confirm that the user's account holds a sufficient balance for each individual transfer. If there was no additional check at the time of the actual submission, the user could then submit all transactions and potentially exceed the balance of their account. This is the main mechanism of the reentrancy exploit, which was used in the well-known Dowel attack. So this is crazy right here. They literally say you can exceed the balance of your account for this reentrancy scam, this reentrancy hack, whatever you want to call it. So real world example is right here, the Dowel hack. So the Dowel was a popular decentralized investment fund based on smart contracts. In 2016, the Dowel smart contract accumulated over $150 million at the time of Ether. So if a project that requested funding received sufficient support from the Dowel community, that project's Ethereum address could withdraw from the Dowel. Unfortunately for the Dowel, the transfer mechanism would transfer the Ethereum to the external address before updating its internal state, and nothing that the balance was already transferred. So this gave the attackers a receipt for withdrawing more Ether than they were eligible for the contract via reentrancy. So this is making a lot of sense now. So the Dowel hack took advantage of Ethereum's fallback function to perform reentrancy. Every Ethereum smart contract bytecode contains the so-called default fallback function, which has the following default implementations shown in figure 1. This default fallback function can contain arbitrary code if the developer overrides in default implementation. So if it is overridden as a payable, the smart contract can accept Ether. The function is executed whenever Ether is transferred to the contract. So this is the example that they have of the actual code right here. So I tried the whole coding thing, but I just can't do it. I went to college for it, but I just can't do it. I don't like how they, teach programming and computer science and data analysis inside of colleges. I just don't like how they teach it. It's way better to learn coding online. Honestly, that's my opinion. Let me know your opinion, but it's way better to learn coding online because they don't teach you anything. They give you assignments and they send you on your way. And that's pretty much how it is. I wasted so much money inside student loans for that. But let me get off that rant and move on from that. But I would say if you don't care about working at a huge software job, do not go to school for coding. Just make your own program, use that as like a reference and be like, look, I made this program, let me work for you. Or you just make your own program work and create your own business. That's my personal opinion. But let's move on from that rant right there. Anyways, it says, aside from calling payable methods, Solidity supports 3 ways of transferring Ether between wallets and smart contracts. These supported methods of transferring Ether are send, transfer, and call value. So those are coding values. So the methods differ by how much gas they pay, and the gas are the transaction fees, not fees. But yeah, they pass to the transfer for executing other methods in case. And I know I don't want to bore you all with all this coding stuff, so I'm gonna move on from this. But anyways, just know that there was a reentrancy hack, and that is why Sanshu Inu is essentially down while everything else is up. So if you want to read about it or what reentrancy hack is, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and look up quantstamp.com. That's where I'm at right now, and they have this whole blog about what is a reentrancy attack. You can find it anywhere on Google. But yeah, pretty much there was a flaw in the code and the reentrancy hack happened. But anyways, let's read about the prevention and about what Sanshu Inu can do to prevent it, and about what they are doing with the auditing service of Solidity Finance. So what's going on with their prevention is the reentrancy attack and the Dowel contract could have been avoided in several ways using the functions send or transfer instead of call.value, and that's programming code right there for you. Anyways, programming language, not code, because code is programming. But anyways, would not allow for recursive withdrawal calls due to the low gas stipend. So manually limiting the amount of gas passed to call.value would achieve the same result, and that is the same code thing. So yet there is a much simpler practice, or a best practice, that makes any reentrancy hack impossible. Note that the Dowel contract updates the user balance after the Ether transfer. If this was done prior to the transfer, any recursive withdrawal call could or would attempt to transfer a balance of 0 Ether. This principle applies generally if no internal state updates happen after the Ether transfer. So I don't want to continue to bore you all with code talk, so let's move on from that. But remember, this whole dog park thing is temporary. Like, it's only a temporary hack right now. They can't keep Sanshu Inu down forever. Solidity Finance is literally solidifying their code as we speak. So it's not that big of a problem. It is, but then it isn't, because let's just be honest. Look at Sanshu Inu. It is down for the day while everything is up. Now, for the last 7 days, everything has been down for the last 7 days. But when you look at Sanshu Inu, for the last 7 days, it's been stagnant. It's been nearly at the same price, and it's been very stagnant. Not going up too much, not going down too much. And that's a good sign of stabilization. But the hack happened. You remember it happened yesterday, and when it happened, we just started going down. People lost their money. Some people can't get their money out, and bad things are going on inside the community. So that's all the FUD right now that's going on with Sanshu Inu. But it's not only bad stuff going on with Sanshu Inu. So I don't want to talk about all the bad stuff, but let's go to the actual dog park so then we can look at their message to the people. So as they said on June 20th, 8 p.m., Dog Park has been attacked by what we believe has been a reentrancy attack. The development team and Solidity Finance are both investigating right now, and honestly, this whole programming thing, it can get very, very, very confusing to people who aren't that experienced with it. And when I was doing programming in school, mind you, I only did it for about 2 years, and I was like, all right, I've already paid so much in student loans. They're not teaching me anything. I can learn this all on YouTube. They're just giving me assignments saying, go home, work on this. It was a waste of time. And all they taught, they didn't even teach anything. And it wasn't really programming. They were like, all right, first we're going to start with HTML5. Then we're starting with CSS. And then we're starting with MySQL queries. And then we're going to do some data analysis. And it was awesome. Like all that's cool and stuff, but I wanted to get to the bigger stuff. So then when I finally got to C++ and Python, what do you know? Here's your assignment, make this program, come back, good job. That's pretty much how they taught inside of the college I went to, and I will never do that again. I'm not talking down on it, but it's just the truth. Anyone else that went for computer science or data analysis, generally the same thing, they know exactly what I'm talking about. They don't really teach you in those schools, but I'm just gonna get off that rant there, but if you know. But anyways, let's move on from there. So attackers' wallet, all staked and farmed assets are safe. So they are not in the DP contract. This means the following: farming and staking has ended. Your funds are safe. You can withdraw them at any time. So that's very good. So no pending rewards are left to harvest. Do not harvest. Then they're making it clear because they put it in all caps. Do not harvest. Distribution of M-Fund has ended. 100 million supply is now in circulation. So honestly, I think Sanshu Inu needs to do a very large burn right now. They need to burn a lot of Sanshu Inu coins, and they need to do it immediately because they've already burned so much. Let's just go over to the Etherscan really quick. Sanshu Inu Etherscan. Now, they've burned so much tokens. I mean, what more can they do? Look at how much. Let's go over here to the holders. So 61% of Sanshu Inu has already been burned, and it's so many commas it's hard to read. So look, 100,000, million, billion, trillion. All right, so 61.7 quadrillion Sanshu Inu has been burned out of the total supply or max supply here of 100 quadrillion. So 61 quadrillion out of 100 quadrillion has been burned. Me personally, I really believe they should burn about 10 to 20 trillion or 10 to 20 quadrillion. I mean, that's a lot. Let's just say 10 quadrillion. They need to burn 10 more quadrillion Sanshu Inu coins right now in order for the price to kind of retrace to where it should be. But right now, a lot of FUD is going on, so I don't want to tell them how to do what they do. But we do have good news going on for Sanshu Inu. It's not all bad. Remember the Wolf Date 2.0, all that stuff. We have a lot of stuff happening in Sanshu Inu, right? They have a whole Minecraft server thing going on. But anyways, let's read about the Wolf Date 2.0. So last month on June 18th at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, Sanshu released the Wolf Date 1.0, a new monthly series coming straight from the Sanshu development team. So anyways, the reaction from the community was quite overwhelming. Never has the development team received such amount of love and interest due to this great success. Sanshu will be releasing a new Wolf Date on the 18th of every month, and they just now released Wolf Date 2.0. So yesterday, Sanshu released Wolf Date 2.0. This time, better than ever before. Better than ever before. I don't know why I got stuck there, but anyways, what a great way to inform the community about developments and upcoming events. So anyways, let's dive into the Wolf Date 2.0 recap. So Sanshu Inu Minecraft server. So this was inside the Wolf Date 2.0. I keep getting it mixed up. Anyways, in Wolf Date 1.0, Sanshu announced that a Minecraft server was in development where gamers can be able to play, win, and earn Sanshu. So upon finalizing the server, the team reconsidered and decided to add more features such as more game modes, PvP and custom environments to give players an immense experience. So this looks pretty cool, and it's a pretty cool Minecraft server. I don't play Minecraft, but whoever does, shout out to y'all, and you're running the Sanshu Inu community up to the moon. But anyways, this allows for the community to be more engaged for one another and for users who already play Minecraft to join the world of crypto, and you can earn crypto in the game. So also many different skins from your favorite dog tokens will be available for free. So stay tuned and join our beta release early August. So that's good news there. And remember, on the 18th of every single month, they're going to do another Wolf Day update. So good news here. We have some good stuff going on in Sanshu Inu. It's not all FUD. It's not fear, uncertainty, and doubt, because we do have some good stuff going on. We just have to, overlook the hack that just happened, the Reentrancy hack, and we just need to stay strong. But honestly, I'm going to be completely honest to you guys. Never put more than 10% of your money inside anything. Never, 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 never. Especially not a crypto that has only been out for a few months. And obviously, Sanshu Inu may have had a little bit more time than a few months, but anyways, it's just a general statement because you never know what can happen. Like something like Sanshu Inu, if you have $10,000, what you want to do is probably put $100 to $500, possibly $1,000 if you have high conviction and a high risk rate. So that's just my personal opinion, and never overextend yourself in anything. But remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. You always want to have 3 to 6 months of your emergency funds in your bank. So if you need to pay bills, you get fired from your job or something, you don't need to sell your Sanshu Inu coins at a loss in order to pay and cover for that. I had to learn that the hard way. I had bills to pay, quit my job, ended up having to take some money out of Sheep, taking some money out of Doge, and I had to put some of it into bills. And it's just what happens whenever you don't plan for the future, and whenever you just invest with emotion and go for the moon rocket or the skyrocket, or just the 100x tokens. And that's kind of what happened. I got burned. I know a lot of people out there got burned, and if you're watching this video and you're in Sanshu Inu, you most likely got burned too. So a lot of people got burned, and it's not that bad, because if you hold it for the long term, you will more than likely make a return on your investment, because Sanshu Inu is really doing a lot to uplift the community. They're doing a lot of updates. They're doing a lot of things for the community. So really good stuff is going on here in Sanshu. It's not all FUD. It's not all hacking and stuff like that. So this Reentrancy hack is gonna blow over. It's another kink in the armor, right? So anyways, look over here. A week ago, a poll was posted on Twitter to see which dog tokens the community wished to see listed on the dog part. So based off the results, it was very clear which tokens had to be listed next. So the golden wolf box has been revealed. So Kishu Inu, Shiba Inu, Hokkaido Inu, Hokkaido, I don't even know, Hokkaido, whatever you want to call it, Inu. And they said I've never heard of that. Let me know if you guys heard of that. I might do a video on it. I've never heard of it. I know Kishu Inu and Shiba Inu. I think Dogecoin should have been mentioned into it, but remember, Dogecoin is not an Inu token, even though it is a Shiba Inu token. It doesn't have Inu at the end of the name, so I guess it's not allowed in the dog park. But anyways, let's move on from this. Let's move on to that. So crypto's first manga, The Myth of Sanshu. So they're literally making their own comic, their own manga. So since Sanshu is dubbed the kawaii deflationary crypto, it's only fair that a manga had to be developed. And Kauai, I believe that's inside Hawaii. So yeah, it's in Hawaii. I wonder if they're actually based out of Hawaii. They probably are. So that's pretty cool right there. And a month ago, in our first Wolf Date, the community was informed of its release summer 2021. We're here to announce its volume 1 of The Myth of Sanshu will be live in August. So this is pretty cool. I wonder if they're actually going to make, some actual comic books and not only a digital version. I'll actually get an actual book if they do, and then show you guys. But anyways, let's move on to the next thing, the smart contract audits. So Solidity Finance, remember, they're the auditing service that is also doing the audit for the Reentrancy hack. They're gonna make sure they solve that. Anyways, Sanshu went ahead and requested for Solidity Finance to carry out an audit evaluation of 3 smart contracts and passed with flying colors. So good news there. Meet Emily Infund announcement. So since the release of the dog park on June 20th, the community tested out the beta for the yield farming platform, and those who participated gets rewarded an index token called Infund. But as you all know, with the whole Infund thing, they said it themselves, distribution of Infund has ended because of this hack. but it's probably not going to be ended permanently. So hopefully they don't end it permanently. And then you have the dog park 1.0 over here, and we already went over the dog park because we are on the dog park right now. So anyways, we had to end the wolf date with a bang, so we wanted to represent the community. The UI update to dog park version 1.0. So yes, they have this new user interface update, and yeah, good news left and right for Sanshu Inu, but the bad news has also came in with the whole reentrancy hack. And shout out to the subscribers out there for letting me know Sanshu Inu has some really big stuff going on, and that this is what really needs to be covered, because I do a lot of Shiba Inu and Dogecoin videos, and let's be honest, they don't really have, Dogecoin doesn't really have much going on, or Shiba Inu, but Dogecoin does have the whole update thing going on with Elon Musk and the developers of Dogecoin. You know, lower transaction fees, faster transaction times, and then we have the whole Shiba Inu thing, and yeah, lots of different stuff is going on with Shiba Swap and Bone and Leash. But anyways, this is all I really have for today. And yeah, this video is getting long here, but remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. I'm not telling you to buy Sanshu Inu, not telling you to sell it, just telling you, or not even just telling you, just letting you know what's going on in the Sanshu Inu army, in the Sanshu Inu community, so you know exactly what you need to do to protect yourself in times like this. Because after this hack, there's going to be a lot of FUD being spread, so you need to know right now whether or not you're going to hold it or sell it. That's completely up to you. I'm not going to tell you to do anything. But yeah, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe, and check out the link in the description for a free stock with Robinhood and Webull, and I'll be back with another video. Peace.